What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Frank Sanchez. Agit Kabayal. Get this. Frank Sanchez versus Agit Kabayal. The WBC orders heavyweight elimination bout. The two heavyweights who produced an impressive victories on the days of reckoning are summoned and have been ordered to fight next by the WBC. BoxingScene.com has learned that the Mexico City-based sanctioning organization has initiated a voluntary negotiating period between representatives for Frank Sanchez and Agit Kabayal. Cuban Sanchez 24-0 with 17 KOs, and Agit Kabayal is 24-0 with 16 KOs, and is ranked 4th, and Sanchez is ranked number 2, okay? And of course, Anthony Joshua is the WBC's number 1 ranked contender, but England's Joshua could fight Croatian's contender Filip Hrgović later this year for the IBF title if the winner between Fury and Usyk on February 17th at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh is stripped of that belt, okay? Hrgović is ranked number 1 by the IBF, 2 spots atop the 3rd-rated Joshua, and the 2nd spot is vacant. Former WBO champ Joseph Parker is ranked 3rd by the WBC, but has a challenging fight for March 8th at Kingdom Arena. Parker will encounter gigantic Chinese southpaw who owns the WBO interim championship in the pay-per-view. If Parker beats Zhang, okay, he would be, as the WBO interim champion, be eliminated from the WBC's rankings. If Parker loses to Zhang, he would presumably drop down in the WBC rankings. So, let me counterpunch. I think Agit Kabayal and Frank Sanchez is a very good fight. However, it sucks for Joseph Parker because a lot of people think Joseph Parker should be a lot higher, and if he loses to Zhilei Zhang fighting for the WBO, he drops in rankings. I don't think that that's fair. How is that fair? You know what I mean? The only way that that would be fair is he would fight someone in the WBC. But it is what it is, right? But Agit Kabayal and Frank Sanchez would be a good fight. And in fact, on my live yesterday, we talked about that. We talked about the idea of Frank fighting Agit Kabayal, and that would be a very good fight. You know, everybody knows I'm biased when it comes to Frank Sanchez because I know Frank Sanchez personally. So, you know, I'm going for Frank. However, technically, that would be a good fight for Agit Kabayal and Frank because it would challenge both fighters. Why? Because Frank is good going in and out, setting up the cat and mouse technique, where he sets you up with traps to come in. Now, that could work perfectly for Frank. Or what would happen with Frank, he could catch himself in a situation where he could get worked on the inside, and Frank's not as good as Agit Kabayal. Most Cubans are not. Most Cubans are amateur-based minded fighters. They get in, they get out, they set up traps, they move around, they use the ring. The footwork is great, okay? They confuse you, and they use most of their defense with lateral movement versus, oh, well, hey, let me slip on the inside and get up under there. No, they don't really work like that, but Agit Kabayal does work like that. Kabayal is a guy that can work on the inside, so if he's allowed to fight Frank Sanchez on the inside, I think he can do wonders. Hell, if he can chop that big Arslanbek Markmadov tree down, he could probably more than likely do that to the Sanchez tree as well. So, you know, it looks good. I want the fight to happen. I just hope Mauricio Suleiman stick to his word and upholds his demand and command. You know, because a lot of times you hear him say something, and we've seen him order something that never gets enforced. So at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of bullshit, you know, and let's hope this is not just a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Mauricio Suleiman with the WBC ordering Frank Sanchez versus Agit Kabayal. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched.